Tom, this just in. There are 4 men standing on the top of the entire Empire State Building. It looks like they're about to jump.
I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna jump! I'm gonna jump!
Take him with me!
Do a barrel roll.
I'm gonna take him with me!
It looks like what appears to be a 5'5" Italian man, a 5'1" Australian Aboriginal.
Hey, wait a second.
Impressive.
I'll tell you
Very
what.
nice.
Give me one reason not to jump right now. Give me one reason not to jump.
Tysons.
Because I warned you and you didn't listen.
Because it's a bull market and Bitcoin's going to 100K.
Oh, okay.
That's a very good joke, son.
Will you have a pizza waiting for me at the bottom?
Oh yeah. If you do a backflip,
Actually,
I'll give you extra pepperoni.
I mean, you'll be working as a pizza delivery driver, yes.
Okay. That sounds like a very relaxing job, honestly.
You'll
I
have a
wouldn't
little
mind going there.
moped and a little helmet. And you'll
You
have
know
a little
what?
stand thing on, behind you, and you have the little pizza boxes stacked up.
I'm jealous of people that work dumb jobs like that, and all they have to worry about is, I don't even know. They just have a little bit of money, they buy drinks, they have shitty cars, they're just worried about the next paycheck. It sounds relaxing, actually. You don't need to have like any sort of ambition.
very
It's just
relaxing.
it's a cozy life, and you have a job where you don't have to think or do anything. I
Imagine
like
you're
that.
fucking like receptionist for like some shitty company. That seems pretty comfy if you think about it.
Yeah, but they're all like the bimbos with like a shitload of lip filler who are like, oh, I'm gonna go to the shops with Sally to the mall. And it's just fucking...
I'd
And
like
you know
to
what?
be a
Their lives are more fulfilling than yours. So
Yeah, probably.
God, I
They're
wish I
going to
was
the
a
mall
bimbo.
and they're having fun. So
They're not suicidal.
I'll take it even one step down, though. I mean, waitresses complain all the time about their conditions. All you have to do is write down what people say. You get to have interesting interactions with people, and there's obviously a social caste and tier in restaurants that you get to enjoy all the time. And then you sleep in that night and go to work at 11 a.m. or 2 p.m. the next day. It's really not so bad. And if you don't suck completely, you get tips. And at the end of the day, if you do really well, you can make more than some guy working in an office just by being a girl at Chili's. So stop complaining. It's
and if you
not
want
that
extra
bad.
tips, just have
Yeah,
sex
you
with
heard it
customers
here
for money. Like it's
You heard
easy.
it here from our resident boomer. Just pull yourself up by the bootstraps and
Yeah, man, just
I'm
live
not-
off tips.
get to work, kid.
Trust me, I'm not telling anyone to work harder. I'm just telling everyone to realize it's not so bad. It sounds like a relaxing life where you drive a shitty car to work as a waitress, and then when you're done, you smoke cigarettes and grab some drinks, and you have tattoos, and you're kind of cute, and you have one jagged tooth, like a snaggle tooth, you know.
So you're
it's
saying lot lizard is what you're saying.
sure, a lot lizards work.
I feel like
This
you're
might be like a bit of a
describing some-
retarded like thing, but I have a feeling that being a waitress is like the perfect job for a butterface. You know,
What can I get for you, love?
fuck?
What can I get for you?
just like
Well, that sounds like a slag.
like 9 out of 10
Same thing.
titties, but then like the face just has nothing going for it. You know.
They never
Yeah,
do.
well, if you do have the full package, what do you go to from there then? You're done waitressing, so what, you go to the strip club?
Twitch.
Or what-
You go to
what do
Twitch.
Yeah, that's very true.
They're OnlyFans.
Again, I'm not trying to be gender specific, but I'm not meaning to go full incel cast just yet. We're only 4 minutes in, but trust me, it's always lurking around the edges. But I'll just say, appreciate that life. It's not that bad. Maybe you have a roommate, maybe you live with your boyfriend and you're a waitress, and it's cool. So
You live in the knowledge that Bitcoin
This
is
is
not
such a
below
fucking
20k.
1950s, 1960s kind of utopian ideal. You know, oh, Dinah works at Diner all day. She works for her man.
Mhm.
Wait,
Mhm.
what was the
What's
lyrics
the
again?
I don't
wait.
know what that was.
Wait, no. You know that song. Wait, fuck. What are the lyrics again? She works
ahead.
for love.
Gina
Wait,
works
no.
at the diner all day.
Brandy,
Yes.
Tommy works at the
she's
docks.
a
bringing
fine
home.
girl.
That's the
No.
one, yeah.
Oh, that sounds like dumb boomer bar songs that I'm
Yes,
just
it's
simply
exactly
not
what
into.
it is.
Okay, well, you guys are listening to the Fuckboys Dino cast, and I'm your host.
Oi.
Keemstar.
This
No,
is the
I didn't
official
say-
That's a
Goodfellas,
fucking blast from the
Goodfellas
past. Jesus
podcast.
Christ.
Yes,
What was that?
Absolute
What was that,
ledge.
Tyson?
I just said this is the official Goodfellas discussion podcast. I just watched that film last night for the first time.
I never saw that. I liked Casino, though. I don't know a lot about mob movies.
Casino was
but I
so
liked
good.
Casino.
I loved it.
Yeah, Casino was good. Maybe we can touch up on that later, but on a more serious note, you guys are indeed listening to the Pink Boys podcast, and we're here. We actually have a lot to discuss in regards to Bitcoin.
I have a shot
but
down
we're-
in my mouth.
Good. Let's
Yeah.
hope to improve
Do a
that
backflip.
situation. Yeah, exactly. Just lay down slowly. So we'll get into that momentarily, but I just wanted to say, keep subscribing, keep liking shit. You know, I'm the one who has to say that because the other guys are scared to,
I don't
because they
know
don't want to look
why.
insincere.
Subscribe,
But
subscribe,
No,
subscribe,
I've-
subscribe.
No, I've told everyone to go ahead and rate our podcast 5 stars on our podcast platforms where
Yeah.
Mhm. So let's
people
just
listen to
say
podcasts.
we're on the cusp of some milestones right now in this podcast, and if we reach them, we got a lot of good things coming. There's a lot of good things coming. So let's just keep doing what we're doing, people.
Crazy things in the works, man. Crazy things in the works.
Yeah.
Crazy frog.
It's just what's the gummy bear song? I'm a gummy bear.
I'm a gummy
bear. Oh, you're a gummy bear.
That song's so fucking sick. I love that song. I don't know why, but now that we're
bro.
now that we're all here and we're moving things along big time, we gotta make things right. This is my chance to make things right, and I'll just come out first. This is like an Alcoholics Anonymous, except Bitcoin or Crypto Anonymous. I'll go first. For the last few months, I've been saying that 28K would be the bottom, and I was calling for 28K. 28K did absolutely happen. It more than happened. So I was right in that sense, but I also seem to have undersold my position in that thought. So now we're far below that, and I'll give a retroactive hat tip to a few of you on here. When we first started doing this podcast, I guess it would be sometime a year ago, less than that, really, maybe 9 months ago.
Yeah, about that.
A lot of you were calling some sort of cycle where we were going to see 16K. I think I specifically said 16K
Yeah.
somewhere in the
That was definitely
archives.
Ari. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was a while ago. He had a really good call, and I never thought it could go that low, and we're staring at it right now. So as of recording, it's around 19K, which is very surprising to me.
Did that fucking
once-
fractal meme? I'm just to go back to the archives. I know Ari had some fucking crazy fractal that was like 16K then 100K. Do you still have that, Ari?
Yeah, I still have that. We'll get into that. I just want to say.
He knows. Fuck.
I know. He's like, it's like when you compliment someone's outfit and they're like, "Oh, I just threw something on. I just threw it on."
I did not
that's
say that.
Ari.
No.
We just
I said-
compliment the chart. He's like, "Oh, that old thing. Whatever.
No,
Yeah.
no,
okay.
I want to get into that. That's what I said. I said I'll expand on that. I was just going to say,
Alright.
I was going to say it came to me in a dream, but all right.
Okay. There we go. That is
Okay.
kind of based. But I'll finish up real quick and just say, if you're gonna tap 20K over and over, you're gonna fall below 20K.
It's gonna break.
So
Yep.
yeah, once you start hitting that line, it's just a foregone conclusion.
Common fucking error people make. They're like, "Oh, it's tapping like a resistance or a support a whole bunch. It means it's holding." Nah, dog. It means it's fucking breaking. Like if it's tapping it, it's gonna go either way, up or down.
So I am people that you're describing. I used to go, oh man, it's tapped it 3 times. It's gonna go up now. Like it fought the resistance. Like no, each recovery was worse and worse. So what do you think is going to happen? So I'll just say, look, I've been calling for 28K, which I thought was actually an aggressive low point for Bitcoin to call for. It seems it was much worse than that, which is obviously a byproduct of our flailing U.S. economy as well. But
I blame
that's
Biden.
just you could, but for now I'll blame Tyson actually. So
Yeah,
Tyson,
I'd
what
like
do you have
start
to
out-
say?
I like to start out by giving a half apology because I was bullish the last time we recorded. I thought we were gonna bounce, but the other half of me also wants to say I told you so, right? Because I told you guys, if we break 28K, that's when the floodgates fucking opened, and yeah, now we're at 19K. So I hope you guys.
Inside of Tyson, there are two personalities: biggest bull you've ever seen, and Twisted Bear psychopath.
I just want to.
Inside
I really
every man,
want to
there are
have
two
another
wolves.
moment, real
Yeah,
quick.
go ahead.
So, I said, I don't know what episode it was on, but when I said if this was on the weekly, I said if we don't get a weekly close above 48K, I can't remember. Wait, hold on. It might have been in like March or something.
You're gonna go back and listen real quick.
Yeah.
Live
Anyway,
on air.
I said something like that. I said like if we don't get a weekly or a daily above like 48K, and if we close between this like mega pivot that I drew, then I think like literally anything's possible to the downside.
Oh
from
yeah,
that
I think
point.
we both had conference for that. You said 48, I said 49, and
Yeah, something like that. And
Oh,
then
damn.
there was like there's like the previous yearly pivot which I used as support, and I said if that breaks, then that's
Sneed
like
pivots. Oh, do you remember the Sneed pivots? Oh,
I don't know why you guys called them that, but that's okay.
It was just funny at the time. Then just
Um,
Tyson
they're
being like,
useful.
"Oh, this is my super secret Sneed levels." It's like, dude.
All right.
they're pretty good. They're pretty good.
Hey.
But yeah, so these pivots have been very, very valuable. And so
You're
so in
welcome.
recent weeks I've been talking about the BTC WM2NS, the money stock chart, and I'm just gonna give a quick update on that. So
Okay.
there is there are two main trend lines here. So first of all, the first one it starts from the 5th of January 2015, and it lines up with the low in September of 2015, and then the COVID crash. So that's like 3 hits. So that's a valid trend line.
yeah.
So this is a trend line that goes back all the way to 2015, right? And we've broken that on the weekly so far. Or we've definitely broken below on the daily. So that's for a start. That's horrendous. Second of all, like the final cope trend line. So again from the 5th.
Sneed
What?
pivots to a modernity cope trend line is fucking tradition.
Go ahead.
So-
Anyone who could decipher what Adam just said, I applaud you. But go ahead.
Yeah.
I understood it. Maybe
Okay.
it's just the latent Anglo and I don't know.
Yeah,
Yes.
reject modernity. Fucking
Yeah.
embrace. Okay, whatever. Fuck you.
Go ahead. Great job.
All right,
Go
so
ahead.
the 5th of January
Beautiful,
2015 to the 7th. Is this the 17th? 24th of August 2015. So that's like the very copy trend line. It's only 2 hits, right? So on the WM2NS, that like bottoms out around. Again, these digits don't really mean much, but like it's the equivalent of
What does it mean?
It's because
The
it's like it's
numbers,
adjusted
Mason.
for like it's adjusted for inflation.
The numbers are.
It's adjusted for inflation, but that would send us back to the equivalent of like let me see, so 16th of March 2020, so that's like the equivalent of like 5.3k with the adjustments. So that's horrendous, right? That being our next support on this in terms of a trend line.
Damn, you live like this? It's funny you said that.
Yeah.
Damn, Bitcoin, you live like this.
Damn, Bitcoin, you live like
And
this?
of
That's
course,
In your
Uh,
room, Bitcoin.
One last thing. This is the elephant in the room. The fact that basically every single meme chart, whether it be stock to flow, rainbow chart, everything, every single Bitcoin meme chart has now been invalidated because this is the first
Good.
time in Bitcoin's history that it's broken below a previous all-time high. And all things considered, this kind of, I mean, Tyson said 28k opens up the floodgates. Well, now that we've broken below a previous all-time high, this kind of opens up the floodgates to literal zero.
Shut
In
up.
a
Yeah,
way.
this is
up.
Floodgates the sequel.
Like, yeah,
This
I
is-
want to hear it.
Zero
this is
is not
Luna territory? Or
not quite Luna, but like zero is nowhere near as crazy as it once seemed. I don't think Bitcoin's going to zero. Not
There's
in,
too much money.
No
There's
way
too
in
much
hell.
money.
Thanks
Uh,
for the buy signal, Ari.
yeah, no worries.
Thanks for the
No,
bomb
but I
signal.
think
See you at
okay.
the
I'm
top.
gonna give another call right now. So on the weekly,
Okay.
so support is, of course, that's 20k, previous all-time high. That's like the major horizontal, and then I've got 19.4k, and then I've got 16.2k ish, 16.2k. After that, I've got around about 13.5k to about 13.7k. And then after that, it's 9k exactly to 9.5k. And then
Let's not get carried away, right?
I feel like I'm at an auction. It's like, hey, you're gonna want 13K.
Get your Bitcoin for $9 only.
Well, that's more of a carnival, but so I do. Okay, maybe you're making the inference that we're going into Tulip Mania territory where it could just go.
Nah.
People realize it is inherently useless, and
No.
okay. I'm just positing the
I'll
idea.
I'll do a call myself, right? So
Okay.
Why
would we trust you? But
The call that saves Bitcoin.
You've only
We
lied
broke
to me,
28K.
Tyson.
go ahead, Chase.
We broke 28k, which was the mid-range of the range 1 and range 2, which is the original 2017 range. We as long as the price stays below 20.1k, we probably see 15.8k. Yeah, around there. We tapped the mid-range last night at 17.9, so I shorted from 20 to 17, around there. And if we break 15, we should see 11.8, around there.
He's fucking unstoppable. Can you stop, please? Like, those
No.
numbers actually are going to give me a brain aneurysm.
Good.
Well,
This is retribution for your bullishness for the past few months.
this is retribution for us just hearing an Australian accent. That's
No,
just-
wait, Adam. But I thought you said you had like forever to make it.
Yeah,
I
right.
do.
Yeah.
I do.
I thought you
But
were
also-
young and bullish. What happened?
Also, in the meantime, I still want a fucking neck. Like, that's still on the cards for me.
So I'm
Wait,
gonna
hold on,
go
hold on.
back.
Also,
to,
this
go
is
ahead.
a callback. But do you guys remember a few months ago when I said like I was shared like a chart from this guy on this person that I know on Twitter who shall not be named.
He just opens up a trench coat. He's like, I got this chart.
Yeah.
What are you
and you guys were like,
What are you
and
buying?
you guys were like, so what's the price gonna do? And I said, oh, it's gonna go to like 10k like right fucking now. So I guess it really did turn.
Oh
out
yeah,
to be
you
true.
did. Yeah,
You did say
yeah,
that. You're right.
yeah.
Oh yeah, because I was like, oh okay. So when's that? And you're like, right now. And I go, what?
Yeah.
I was so disturbed by it. I do remember that.
Yeah. So
well,
to sum
you're
it
not
up,
wrong.
if you listen to the Pink Boys podcast, you're destined to make it because, of course, you definitely listen to our calls.
You've taken all our energy, and that's why.
Yeah, well, the thing is, if you listen to us, they're just our audience is just vampirically feeding off of us, I guess, and watching us shrivel up. But if you listen to what we say, there's the right answer in there somewhere. You just got to dig for it a little
Yeah,
bit.
the most retarded crypto podcast, and like we make you work for this alpha. So
Yeah, exactly. But
Set
you know
through
what?
this.
Now that the reason I find this pretty exciting actually is because it really is bringing to fruition a lot of things we've talked about before. And the one that I always liked, my favorite one, was when Bitcoin. So I always talk about as an old man back in 2018 when Bitcoin went from 7K to 3K, less than that. And that was what made everyone just fuck off from crypto for a while and quit it and say, there's no hope for this ever again. Meanwhile, obviously, look what happened a few years later. It went up to 60K, et cetera.
67, please. Sorry.
Yeah,
errata.
sorry.
Yeah, errata.
I don't want to direct the misinformation here. So I think that this is the equivalent of that 7K to 3K dump. You know, all the super mainstream commentary is people will never trust crypto again. It's over, which is the same exact thing they said 4 years ago. And I'm certainly not one of those people saying like they doubt crypto. The tech is shit. The tech in crypto is pointless. The tech in Bitcoin is pointless. But that doesn't mean that the speculation. Okay, well, I get it. I get it. You're still trying to lie to people. I get it. But
I'm in it
as
for the
far
tech,
as
man.
the speculation isn't over, and it never will be over, and it wasn't over 4 years ago, and it's not over now. It's definitely not over now. So what I'm trying to say is 2 or 3 episodes in, I was talking about how Bitcoin went from 20K to 3K, and that was its retracement that destroyed the market.
Yep.
That's the exact same retrace it's doing right now. The equivalent of 70K or 67K down to, I guess, the ratio of 20K to 3K? Is it going from 67K to around, I think we decided 11K or 16K? It's something like that. That's the ratio equivalent. It's 11 to 16K. Yeah, do you remember that,
So
Tyson?
just to
Do you
put
remember
something
us
in
talking about it?
perspective, since the previous all-time high in November last year, we have dumped 72%. So I'm going to go
Okay.
on a limb and say the bottom is pretty fucking close here.
What was the percentage dump from 20K to 3K? Does anyone know
It
that
was
off
like
the top of their
80,
heads?
83, I think.
Yeah, so we're
Mm-hmm.
either getting close to the exact equivalent of that, which is a very good sign for Bitcoin because it shows repetition in retracements, or it'll just bust through that and go to 3K again, which would be really scary.
I just want
but
to say,
that'd be too much. Yeah,
I think $500 to $600 ETH is a pretty good buy.
No, of course.
What's the ETH at right now?
990.
990.
Sell me
for
this
ETH-
pen. Okay, yeah.
For ETH, the support levels are 700 and then 500 around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if 500 breaks, then I think 200 is on the table.
Oh, $2 ETH. That make me calm. Oh.
So I'll just say people complain about this a lot and they think it's the end of it, and they say, haha, how could you trust Bitcoin? Look at what the stock market has done in the same time period. It's drawn down just as much, just in the boomer equivalent, down 20%, down 30%. There's some tech stocks where people are down 50%. It's the same thing, just wearing a different face. So it's not about people distrusting crypto as a whole. It's more about our entire economy is in a dire situation right now because we've had a massive bull run on all facets over the last 10 years. And now we're cooling off. It's not that big of a deal. I think people are getting way too carried away by it because they have political machinations to live up to in their minds. So I don't know. Go ahead.
I hate to be the one to bring this up and say it.
He's
but,
gonna say it. He's gonna say it.
I
He's
think
gonna name
on the,
something.
on the ETH pair and the Sats pair, I think Link is looking good. I think it's good.
Link ETH? That's
For
a
a
tale
bear-
as old as time, Ari.
For a
That's
bear
tale as
market
old as
hold.
time.
No, for a bear market hold, I actually can't. I can't believe I'm
You
saying
guys want
this.
to talk about
I-
fucking bear market hold? Have you guys noticed the price action of Solana? It's been like entirely unaffected by this dump. I think
Let me see
once
this.
Bitcoin bottoms the fuck out, I'm gonna go all in on Solana. Honestly,
It
Is
hasn't.
Solana
What
on
are you
Binance
talking
or
about?
no? Hold on.
No, it's
Oh,
Oh
not.
wait, I see.
What's
what
it
you mean
on?
now.
What's it at? What's it at?
it's like
Tyson?
32. It retraced the entire dump from last night.
Oh wow! You know what? That's actually not that bad. That's not that
Yeah.
bad. I mean,
I wonder if Sam Bankman has anything to do with this.
I do like that it was at 250 and now it's at 31. That's actually pretty pathetic.
SBF is
But
actually evil. He carries too many secrets in his hair.
who is this? Oh, the FTX guy.
Yeah, SBF. Yeah.
No, dude, he is
Mm.
probably responsible for a lot of this, like all of this. He's probably.
I blame him. I blame him.
He's right now, like he's being made out to be like the nicest guy in crypto, or the nicest billion. No, dude, this guy's evil. Okay, he is the next villain, and like, I mean, some people are catching on, but
To be fair, no one. First off, no. Obviously, I'm not implying that you do, but no one should look for good, well-thinking messiahs in crypto because, in my experience, they don't exist.
Well, except for
Ever,
Arthur
every
Hayes,
single
according
one.
to Ari. Jesus Christ, he loves that man.
Yeah, probably not even him either. Not even Michael Saylor. Not even not even the fucking losers working on Mega Weapon who just are saying we just want to make a fun little game. Fuck you. I'm gonna find out where you
Dude,
live, you fuckers.
Speaking of Arthur Hayes, the fucking legend himself has fucking returned from prison. He's on house arrest now.
Oh, is he back?
Really?
Arthur
Yeah, he's
Hayes
out of
is
prison.
trustworthy. Dude, you can trust Arthur.
Can he touch
will-
the sell button? Does he have a big red button that says sell?
I think,
It doesn't matter, dude. He's vindicated.
Yeah.
In
I
what
think-
How is
sense?
he vindicated? He's still a fucking prick.
Why
How
is he a prick?
prick? What the fuck?
He stole
what has he
money
done?
from me by his fucking rigged BitMEX shit.
He saved crypto and actually
you
gave
even
you this
on
bull run
BitMEX?
back.
Yeah, I use Max. I use BitMEX for a little bit.
He saved
Right, well-
crypto back in when was it again? He shut down his shit.
when was that again?
Was it COVID? I want to say it was COVID, but it was some like 3K dumpish thing.
No, but no, we
Okay.
can agree. But we can agree that BitMEX was rigged. Like the perp was like fucked. Like, and that was on purpose.
Their liquidation engine was dog shit. I'll give them
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Thank you.
Like
yeah, okay.
it would slip like fucking $500 if there was a mega candle.
Yeah.
But it was,
those-
it was the first
and
of its kind.
Keep in
and
mind,
stuff,
this was when
so-
Bitcoin was at like 5k, so $500 was a huge fucking slip.
Yeah,
It's just like oh yeah, rape wick 10%. It's like
First of
go
its
fuck
kind,
yourself.
first mover kind of shit. I mean, you see nowadays, right? Like you see shitcoins come along, and like big exchanges will list a perps pair. The moment the perps pair goes live, it's pretty much over for that coin, because now
You're so right.
they're selling coins that don't exist, basically exchanging coins that don't exist along with their spot holdings for cold hard, quote unquote cold hard USDC or Tether, and yeah, it's just a bit.
I think derivatives were the beginning of the end for crypto as a
Oh,
absolutely,
absolutely,
to be honest.
absolutely.
It kind of,
sure.
I mean, it changed the game to. I mean, I'm not going to say it's about the tech or anything like that, because we all know where I stand in that regard. But at least it brought the mystique out of it and turned it into even more of a gambling platform.
Well,
than it
then you get
already
tards
was.
like Tyson who like combine derivatives with his autistic like mind, and he just like sees into the future, and it's like, well,
Well, that you just
It's
made
like-
him sound really cool. So I don't know. I'm
The
sorry.
thing
that you
is,
did
though,
that.
there always
It's like
would have
with
been,
derivatives, right? You have like fucking liquidation levels that didn't exist before. So now there's more of an incentive to take out those fucking levels. So whenever you introduce derivatives, there's way more fucking market maker
Mind
activity.
games.
I
Yeah,
think,
whale
I
games.
think stable coins probably had. They were like the precursor to.
no, we
everything.
needed stable coins. They were necessary.
Yeah, what about
Retail,
UST?
for
That's a
retail.
really good one. You should buy it.
You're
It's my favorite.
funny.
That's
No,
my favorite
I
one.
actually, I'm not sure, Adam. Actually,
Are you
All
serious?
right.
Stable coins were a necessary evil.
no.
Yes, yeah, I
Yeah,
do agree.
yes,
I love
and-
when Tether prints up. I love that shit.
Yes,
that's
and
great.
no. It's like yes, it was necessary, but it's like I'm just thinking. I think not having stable coins would have actually like maintained that mystique that Moya was.
Yeah, but crypto
referencing.
would have not grown nearly as quickly.
You know what?
I disagree
I
with
think-
that.
I
5%,
think-
it would be
with that.
5% of the current market cap without stable
No,
coins.
I disagree. No,
I think
that's
I-
not a
you
good
might
thing.
be
Coins
onto
are
something.
inevitable.
It's not a good.
Honestly,
It's not a good.
it-
It's not a good thing to have a bullshit market cap like that.
I mean, I don't care whether the integrity of Tether is real or not, but in a sense of people being able to stable up quickly and readily
Yeah.
off of Bitcoin is ultimately a bad thing for its price, because it makes
Yeah.
selling very easy, as
Yes.
opposed to giving away 10% tax so you won't sell your mega weapon.
Exactly.
yeah.
And if you and like in that case, if you want to use margin, in this case, it'd probably be margin on some exchange. You'd have to go through like normal regulations and shite. And yeah, like all in all, that's like it's. I mean, it's very much tradifying it a lot more, but like the mystique and like speculative like aspect of crypto kind of stays there. So it's like at the end of the day, it's just like healthier growth, like albeit maybe a bit slower. And but like even
But I
then,
want-
like early
I wanna be rich
2017,
now,
right, like
Ari. I wanna be rich now.
pre derivatives crypto was still like shreddy, volatile.
Shreddy.
Wait, what? Martin,
had a guitar,
Martin
man.
Shreddy.
All
right.
now.
Yep. Well, you know what?
Ripping.
Talking about margins, you're a marginally good kid from what I've heard. So let's
Marginally.
clean this conversation up, and I'll bring some finality to it. I was about to just have like a New
I have one
Yorker
more
act.
thing to say.
Actually,
Finale.
if I can switch gears to the trad market a little bit.
Yes.
I'm gonna do
Okay,
that.
can I
Oh,
say
yeah.
one last thing about crypto then?
Clutch down.
Sure.
moving
All
I
into-
say your one last thing, then I'm gonna say something, and then Tyson, you go ahead. So
Okay,
go ahead.
so mining is it might be an issue right now. So
All right, never mind. So anyway,
No.
Getting
Go
on.
ahead.
Okay. Miners.
Make it-
I
it's-
can't remember what it was, but I think it was like they need 22k for mining to be profitable or something.
So the price has to go up off of that.
It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't read that far. into
Bitcoin
it,
was
Yeah,
under the
but-
mining price of like 5k when it hit 3k for like months. So it doesn't. Miners were just
Yeah, my
lost.
Chinese miners, my this,
Yeah,
my
but
that.
Tyson,
All right.
that was a bear market.
Why
We're
don't you
in a
quit
bear
while you're
market.
ahead, kid? Quit while you're ahead.
All
So
right.
I just
I
want to say
quit.
real quick.
Fuck y'all,
Okay.
bitches.
Oh my
Bye,
God, he
Felicia.
just signed off. He just signed off. No. I'm gonna go real quick. My call is let's just do our fun little bottom numbers right now. I'm just gonna say 14K. That's my bottom call. It broke 20K. That's the equivalent of it drawing down from 20 to 3, from 70 to 14K. So let's just stick with that. 14K. Adam, what do you think?
I'm just like, I don't want to look at the fucking chart. It just makes
All right,
me
what's the
upset.
lowest you think it'll go? Why don't you have an
3K,
opinion for once?
3K, 3.5K.
Nice. I
We're
like
going
that.
back. We're going back.
Or CME gap or something. We're gonna
We're
fill
going
that.
back, baby.
We're gonna fill the CME. I do love that
Bitcoin has to
terminology.
retest 60 cents.
Yeah, I love that. All right, what about you, I?
I'm gonna say 13.473.
Oh, this is not the Price is Right. I said 14K, and you're gonna say what? 13.99 or something?
Hold on, mate. Hold your horses, all right? All right. Relax, all right, mate. So I'm gonna say
shootout.
all right. What? Wait, what?
They don't have guns in the UK. What do you mean a shootout?
You can shoot pigeons actually with air rifles. Thank you.
Yeah, but what if I replaced a pigeon with Ari's face?
So 13.464 to 13.972.
Okay.
Perfect.
Wow. Just wait. Yeah, that is some very incel. What's like a verb for incel? Like you're incelling. That was incestuous or something.
Yeah.
That
He's
was just
really,
that type.
He's really he's intelligent.
There we go. Yeah, very prescient, intelligent point there. Call. I like that. And then
Thank you,
Tyson, you
thank
can
you.
give me
It's
your bottom
over.
number and then talk about whatever you want to talk about, Tyson.
15.9. I'm gonna say that.
Come on, you guys are all around my 14. My
yeah,
14.
fuck you.
Actually, I want to provide another one. I want to say I'm also gonna add.
No, you can't hedge your bets. Fuck you. You gotta stick
Yeah,
with one.
this takes out
Yeah.
whatever
No,
your
no,
one
no,
was.
there's two levels. I've
13.997.
Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna say because I already mentioned it earlier. So fuck both of you. I win anyway.
So we're gonna have to dig back and find it. Okay, fair enough. I
Well,
appreciate that.
Bitcoin has to retest
Sneed my
3.5K
nuts,
before we
cunt.
even think about getting back to 20K. Before we even think about it. That's the story.
Yep.
That's the
Thanks
truth.
for the buy signal.
Yeah, seriously.
Well,
Thanks for the
we
bisexual.
just got rejected in the 4 hour within that order block at 19.
No, not the heckin' 4-hour Reno.
You know, I don't know if you guys saw it, but it's a funny. I just want to point it out real quick before Tyson talks about actual important things. But did you guys see that meme where some seagull came down to try and steal a guy's chip, and he grabbed it by the legs
Yes.
and swung it against a
Babe.
brick wall and killed it, and made all the kids cry. And someone like drew in what it would look like below that as a meme. It's like he tried to nab me chip. Simple as or something. It's really funny. But yeah, the broader market is a thing that is definitely happening right now. And obviously, Bitcoin is reacting negatively to it. And I'm looking for good jobs numbers. I'm looking for anything. The Fed's trying as hard as they can. I fucking love Powell. I don't care what anyone says. But Tyson, what do you think about the broader market right now?
So from my Discord, I received a really interesting graph a couple weeks back.
The graph.
And I'll post it on Twitter. So you guys can consider
Oh my
referring to it.
do it makes me laugh.
Nickelback's
Go ahead.
graph.
Our
Avril
portfolios
Lavigne
get
deserve
so
better.
wrecked. And why's Ethereum so red?
You guys never heard
Become
Lifehouse.
So gay.
This is
Okay.
when my account blew up.
Okay, there's Nickelback Creed, and then there's another one called Lifehouse that's really good that has this song called Hanging by a Moment with You. It's a really good song. But Tyson, go ahead.
I'm hanging
Okay,
by a
so
thread.
this chart is of the inflation-adjusted Dow Jones Index, right? And as you
These are
can
the
see, there
WMTNS
are
then.
I don't know. There's two nukes. There's one nuke in 1929, and there's one nuke in 1966.
Oh, we're looking back. Holy
1929.
shit.
1929 nuke. It's like a fucking mega like ultra nuke. It goes from like
The good old
it crashes within like 3 years. But the 1966 nuke, it's a really slow fucking bleeding nuke. So it starts in 66 and it goes all the way to 1982. That's like a
Oh, fuck.
20-year nuke. So if
I see 1,000-year nuke. 1,000 years of a
inflation-
nuke.
if inflation keeps going in this like slow grindy manner, it could
will.
invoke like a 1966 scenario where everything just like slides down really slowly for like the next decade or so.
It will.
terms of asset
Basically,
prices.
everything's going to slide down very, very slowly. It's going to grind down, and the Great Reset.
Like me into your mom.
That's where the Great Reset's going to take place. It's going to be between
my
that
gosh.
slow period.
Get that
Also,
So this. Go on.
hold on.
I'll let you go first.
So if you guys look at the Japan trad market in the 80s and all that stuff, it
Hold
looks
on, I gotta squint a
really-
little bit to see it.
Yeah, you're gonna like pull your eyes to the side for a little bit.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Oh, I see it now. Okay, good.
Like, God.
So Japan was fucking. It was like on top of the world, right? And the economy was going. It was like a never go down mode.
Sorry,
like
what time
America.
period was this?
It was in the 80s and 90s.
Okay,
And
okay,
then
go ahead.
It topped out, and now it's entering like a 30-year fucking grind down. So essentially, I think the same thing could happen to America, where they top out and they enter like a really long period of stagnation. And there's actually another chart that backs this up. So if you guys, I got this from Twitter, right? But if you guys put in the U.S. 10-year Treasury bond yield price, and you correlate that with the USD to Japanese yen forex price, you can see that those two are like really fucking correlated. So
Holy shit, Tyson. This is really good
Yeah.
stuff.
so
Wow,
you
keep
can
going.
Now
you
this
can
is
kind
some
of like
balls deep alpha.
you can
This is pod
extrapolate
racing.
you can extrapolate that if the bonds are affected in the same way that Japan's bonds were, the economy will follow the same way Japan did in the 90s.
So wait,
surely
is
there are
Japan
other
like a
external-
lead signal? But
What's that?
I said, is Japan like a
so,
leading signal?
Yeah, Japan may have been leading the American economy like 30 years in the past.
Okay. What were you gonna say, Adam?
I was like, surely there are other external factors that lead to that outcome, though, because the world is more than just money markets, isn't it? And so,
Maybe
like,
it was their pachinko machines or whatever they're called. Or,
maybe
you know.
the invention of hentai put them in
Japan
the
was
future.
having like a lot of like unsustainable growth. Like they had the same
unsustainable
mentality.
age of consent.
Yeah. Which
Maybe
are-
that third was necessary to save America after
Yeah, you're
that.
right. We could have evened it out. Yeah, there you go.
But I watched a documentary of Japan in the 80s and 90s where they were at the height of their exuberance, right? And they were saying the exact same shit that they were back then. They were saying like, just invest all your money in the trade market. It never goes down. It's always a safe bet. But here's the kicker, right? If you bought the fucking dip in 1991, thinking, oh yeah, it's just gonna go back up, you wouldn't have broken even until now in 2022.
Really?
So eventually, there's gonna be one dip that takes a really long fucking time. That's gonna wreck you.
one dip to fucking rape everyone. Holy
Yeah.
shit!
One dip to rule them all. So
in other
just real quick.
words, the
Go
burger
ahead.
fears the samurai.
Yes, the samurai wins in the end. Gonna
Yeah.
commit Sudoku. But I'll just say real quick, there's a few things. If you guys want to see this chart, it's actually incredibly useful. It's called inflation. Just Google inflation adjusted Dow 2037 bottom, or just inflation adjusted Dow 2037. It'll come up. I just tested it out for you. So I'm seeing this 1929 top. I'm trying to figure out if that has to do anything with the second we were unable to keep discriminating against Irish people, our economy crashed. The great potato crash.
No, that's when Italians became full-on citizens.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
I
these
wanna-
things aren't related. I'm sure. I'm certain of it.
Hold on. Let me Google
Wait,
something
but is
real
that
quick.
channel widening? I can't tell. Is that channel widening in that chart?
It's an optical illusion, mate.
Is it or not? I
I
can't
think
fucking
it. I
tell.
think it might be. Also, just a real quick note: women started to be able to vote in 1920. So do with that what you
really makes
will.
you think.
And then the
Hashtag
top
repeal the
came.
13th
The
Amendment.
top came shortly after that. Just saying. But
This is-
What are
this
you trying to
podcast
say
just
there,
gets
Moya?
worse and
Want to
worse.
expand on that?
no,
Wait, hold
I'm just pulling out dates and letting people infer from it. But I think it's very interesting that there's not a lot of what's that word when a lot of things are happening? Not density, like
Confluence.
Actually, sure, that was actually a smarter word than what I
Tempo.
was looking for. It looks like there's not a ton of Volatility as well. Sorry. Yeah, volatility around World War II times. Not as much as I would think. There's a giant World War II dip that you can see, but it recovers very shortly after.
I wonder why.
War machine kicking at full speed. That's what happened.
Yeah. So I want to take this chart really seriously. And also this 2000 top, I mean, you see the '08 crisis in there and the dot-com bubble. Those really look like nothing in comparison of what we'll probably be dealing with over the next few years.
Yeah.
This is really interesting and informative, and it also means we have a little bit of time to figure things out, I hope. We have until 2037. Yeah, we have until 2037.
Just hold till then, bro.
Great reset's gonna
I'll be
arrive.
nearly
You're gonna be
40,
eating
dude.
bugs, and you're gonna be in a pod. You're gonna be working for
Oh
robots.
my god, I'll be literally 40 years old at that time. Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Then your real life can begin, Tyson. Don't worry.
Then all the stuff you guys
No,
say to me about being old, you'll all be there, and I can make fun of
He's
all
25
of you,
years
so.
off before his real life begins.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, all right. I appreciate. Does anyone else have anything to add to that? Because that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, so
but,
basically, this recent, like all this fuckery in all these markets have kind of, like in our little tightly knit community, have given us kind of comfy few nights lately.
oh, you mean the fact that we can watch the Bitcoin chart with music in the background and people can put nice lists of music together, but when you want to hear a fucking song, you type play next, so it plays right away, and then you blame it on autism, but you're really just a selfish prick who needs to hear his song right away and can't wait for everyone else's songs.
All right, this is enough.
Fuck you.
Go back and look at that fucking chat log and realize that it wasn't me doing that.
Go back to Reddit.
You were doing it too, and I know the
No,
other
I
man
was
who has
not.
a cat avatar that was doing the same fucking thing. I
Anyways,
keep notes.
Listen. Anyways, so it's up in the air whether I was doing that or not.
That's not
You
halal. That's not
It's not.
halal, Ari.
Anyways,
I
so
think.
Yeah.
now that you mention it,
Mashallah.
so this is what I was going to mention. So me and a few guys were in there, and we were looking.
what's
We
the
were waiting
names?
for Bitcoin to break 20k Gancore. We were waiting for Bitcoin to break 20k, and we look at the 1 minute chart, and we were kind of like cheering it on as if it could hear us. And I swear to God, like, we started playing like Muslim, like Islamic nasheeds and stuff, and Bitcoin started like ripping on the 1 minute. Like it just made a solid like uptrend. And like someone came along and played like some Kuma song, and it immediately started dumping. And I was like, oh, okay. And then someone played like another nasheed again, and it started pumping. And everyone in the call was everyone was like, oh, mashallah, it's the power of Allah.
That is pretty funny. I you know what? I'll give credit also to that play bot. I know I talk a lot of trash about music, but Dempa, one of our Discord friends, played some good Weezer songs in there, and it got me back in touch with some good music.
Didn't
from
someone
them from that
rename-
time. So I thank you for that.
Didn't someone rename the bot?
Yeah,
Oh,
someone
cool.
named it to Coomer. So
No,
I
who
don't
could have
know
done
why.
that?
Yeah, I wonder. You know what? You want to talk about other stupid stuff
That
that's
actually
come up
wasn't
in our
me.
Discord?
That wasn't me.
Okay, well, some other
was
stuff
me.
that I've seen in there, yeah, obviously, was did you see that guy? Someone was talking about their sleep cycle, and someone came in and said that taping your mouth before you go to sleep is helping with his sleep
Okay.
cycle. And then I was
Dude,
like, honey, it's 11 o'clock, time for your mouth tape.
It's legit.
What do you
Unironically,
mean it's legit?
I will stand behind
Unironically,
it.
I tried it. I tried it a couple nights ago.
You kidnapped yourself and then went to bed.
Did you tie your arms up too? Like, holy
There
shit.
is
Yeah,
some
right?
sound science behind it. It's
Okay,
Science.
Tyson, what was your experience?
So I usually like breathe like 50-50 between like my mouth and my nose.
Mouth
But after I
breathing.
taped
that's not
my
good.
after I taped my mouth up right, my fucking nose became so much more clearer. It's fucking Kino, dude. Like I can breathe so
Oh my
smoother, so
I
much
can
smoother
breathe
now.
again.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Okay, I could go on for hours and hours.
Oh, I make that joke last week and I get fucking yelled at. You make this
Yeah.
joke this week.
I mean, I just
Thank you
was
for
saying what I would say if I had tape over my mouth. I don't know what you're talking about. So,
Yeah, so the taping mouth thing, there's some sound science behind it. The idea is that bad like environmental factors, or like pertaining to diet, and like modern conveniences, like growing up like as a child and stuff, kind of what's the word?
Like when your uncle would tape your mouth shut before he molested you when you were younger.
Oh
no,
god.
no. It kind of halted or like kind of affected like craniofacial development and like myofunctional or myofunction. Craniofacial development and myofunction.
There's a joke in there somewhere about like giving
being
someone.
like-
Is this related to mewing somehow?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, he's the one who kind of, the Dr. John Mew and Dr. Mike Mew are the ones who kind of like, they kind of took, yeah, they kind of took the on and like kind of like took like a practical like approach to try and like sort malocclusion at the root cause. But like, no, it's been known like a lot longer than that. Like there were researchers in like the 1800s that would go on, like they'd go around like,
Just taping
these
people's
hunt-
mouths
Yeah.
shut.
no, they go around these hunter-gatherer.
Now go to sleep.
No, they
Sorry,
go to these
Matt.
hunter-gatherer groups and
Is that what we're calling them?
and they'd notice how
Hunter-gatherer.
none of them had like any malocclusion or anything, and like they had some very healthy development. And funnily enough, like in the West, there was a lot of that, and they attributed it to diet and stuff. So like a lot later on, there's another interesting study whereby they took like a hunter-gatherer tribe and they took like the next generation, like the children, like and like they kind of like observed them as they grew up in the West, with like Western diets and like modern living standards or whatever. And they noticed that within one generation, that like everything just got fucked up. Like breathing, like their jaws weren't as aesthetic and stuff.
They got
Like-
Habsburg jaws.
Yeah, and like teeth were like crowded and like crooked and stuff. Like all in one generation. And like
So
from
they
that, you
turned
can-
British in one generation.
From that, you can extrapolate that like
The land of the
environmental
crooked teeth.
environmental factors have a much bigger impact on
That's like when
Yeah.
Darwin
It's
was
like
talking
you have-
about how the birds were different between the two islands, like the length of their beaks and the trees that were there, and then he also
Kind-
followed that
kind
up
of.
with some other stuff about
kind of. So
certain
like
people.
there was also like Lamarck who like he proposed like he was like the
Lamarck?
opposite. Yeah. Lamarck was like the opposition to
Lamar.
Darwin, and he proposed that like that like traits were like acquired in one's life and they were passed on like that.
Being based,
Mm.
you're not born based. You
But
acquire
anyway, it's like
based.
it's the idea of like genetics and epigenetics and stuff, and like how like not everything is determined by genetics. Like it's more like a cap, and then like
On
anyway,
cap.
this isn't
God.
this isn't
On
the
cap,
podcast.
on
This isn't
cap.
the podcast for any of this. So.
You guys are just unusually smart this week. I was just gonna say I figured out the key to sleep a long time ago, but no one listens to me. Maybe
What
maybe
was
you'll
it?
listen to me this time
What was your
around,
key to
but
sleep?
it's very simple. You just take an Advil PM and cut it in half or into a
Oh.
third and take
Yeah.
that.
Just take
and-
drugs.
and you'll you'll sleep the entire night. And my
Just
one
take
friend
Xanax, bro.
who
take
who
drugs.
may or may not listen to this very podcast, he told me to try Unisom. It works.
You're,
okay.
no, listen,
My
listen,
fucking-
stop
no, no, my
encouraging
project-
people to take sedatives.
Wait, hold on. More.
Listen to this reactive cope from everyone.
No.
Notice how they
I agree.
bounce.
I agree.
Hold
I
on, hold
agree.
on, no,
Hold on,
Moya,
more.
no.
Hold on.
Okay.
I just bought some Unisum. Does it actually work?
Unisom works. All you need to do is take a little. And listen, I don't use this stuff regularly because I'm a good sleeper, kid sleeper. So never mind. But I sleep well without this stuff. But if I feel myself having a little trouble, I just pop a third of an Advil PM, put on my Bose Sleep Bud 2s, or I just have a Unisom. And Unisom is even better because
my
it leaves you
project-
good the rest of the
Is
day,
that
the
over the
next day.
counter or prescription? Like,
They're all over the counter. Maybe not for you.
My
but,
pro
yeah.
tip. If you ever want to fucking teleport on a plane, because I hate like long flights. 8, 10 hour, 12 flights. You do some fucking Valium, have a glass of red wine, and you'll literally
oh
teleport.
my god,
It's
that's
fucking crazy.
That's horrendous
Okay.
advice.
No,
No, that's good
obviously.
advice. I like that.
No, it's
Some of us
not.
live in the
no.
adult world, Ari. Some
was-
of us live like adults.
I was
Okay,
gonna
listen,
try it. Ari.
Listen.
Is it bad?
You look. Listen. Pardon. Okay.
It's-
Let me just lay this out. Okay. I've been prescribed everything. Okay, Adam, and I'll tell you now that that combo that you just named right there is deadly. And
I'm not
even-
No, it's
saying-
not. Shut
no-
up, dude.
I'm
I
not-
drink
I'm
and
not
take
saying
painkillers
binge
all the
drink.
time.
Yeah, you got lucky. One of these days,
Dude,
like,
I've
you're not gonna
taken
be so
4
lucky.
painkillers in one night and
What-
gotten
what
drunk
kind?
and
What
nothing
kind?
happened.
If you're gonna say something like paracetamol,
Oxycontin or something.
you
Just
are
stuff like that.
batshit insane. You know how many
Nothing
people die from that?
happens.
Look-
No one. No, I
Look-
haven't.
All
You
right,
haven't,
5
but-
milligrams of Xanax and a glass of red wine isn't gonna hurt
Five
you.
You, oh my god, this is horrendous.
You're just a neurotic. You're a neurotic wanker.
No, I'm not taking. No, I'm not
These
going
are
to
just live
encourage
pro
this.
tips endorsed by the Pink Boys.
I am
Endorsed.
Yes.
not encouraging.
And
any
you know
of
what?
this.
Here's another thing, real quick, because Adam just reminded me of it and why I
You know how
can't
much
teleport
5
on
is?
planes.
2 is like a lot.
All right, just real quick. I just wanted to say, I can't nap. I do not nap. So I think that's why I sleep well, because I have a
Really?
very
I love
regulated,
napping.
normal. I nap maybe once to twice a year. It's
Damn.
I do not. Damn, you live like this? Yeah,
Yeah.
I just do not nap. So I think it regulates my sleep schedule really easily, and I can
Probably
track
does.
it well. You little zimzammer, fucking oxy abusing, fucking SoundCloud
Dude, I
kids.
nap like once
you
a
guys
fucking
nap
day.
all the time. Yeah, that's bad. That's messing your sleep schedule up. That's
Napping
messing your
is
sleep.
not- is
Napping's
not
for
ideal, no.
women, really. It's a womanly
woman
trait to
activity.
nap.
Napping is
Dude,
political.
no. You know what?
Honestly,
No.
it's
I'm
political.
going to stand behind it. I think napping women is like women napping. That's based because it's like
Recharging.
one recharging shields.
No, because it makes
No,
it makes them come off as dainty and effeminate. It's just,
Yes.
I will go for a nap on the day bed. Tyson,
It's
do you
like-
take a girly nap on the day bed? Yeah, you do, because you're a
It's like
fucking
the
woman.
whole
You know.
Sleeping
Yeah.
Beauty thing. You know.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Where the fuck are you
Okay,
guys going?
guys.
God
By the
damn.
way, speaking of sleeping and shit, I've been having a lot of weird fucking dreams lately. So I want to see if this is a
no.
Dude,
common thing. Right?
same. Dude, same.
Dude, hold up. So I feel like the past like
Hold
3
up.
nights, I've been dreaming of like secret elevator floors, and I'm wondering if like this is a common thing. Like in all my dreams for the past few days, I'd press like level 6, and then it would get stuck at like 6.5, and there'd be like a secret area, and it would be dark and fucking.
Tyson's playing Crash Bandicoot in his head.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Have you guys
Well,
had that
I
shit
grew.
before?
I'll just tell you straight up, Tyson. There's a church that I was a part of where the head pastor was found to be let's just say he got arrested for some sort of sexual abuse.
Oh wow,
But
that's a surprise.
Yeah, I spent most of my young life at this church, and I have a
with
dream.
The pastor?
No, I don't think he molested me, because I started going to the church when I was like 6 or 7, so I'd remember that. I remember
Okay.
everything after that
Okay.
age. So, but some weren't so lucky. But I'll just say, I have a dream about the elevator in that church every week to every other week. I have a dream that
Really?
it goes
What the fuck?
it goes past the bottom floor and goes to a secret area in the church,
that's the
just
right
like what
time,
you're
dude.
dreaming
common
about,
thing.
Tyson.
The Bat Cave.
There
No,
is
it's the
something
right
about it has to do with the fact that, and I'll get really paranormal really fast. Bridges and mirrors are portals to the spiritual
other
dimension.
dimensions, yeah.
I think elevators are portals as well. We just don't realize that yet. It's just not in the
spiritual hotspots?
lexicon yet.
Do you know what it is? It's because
Yeah,
it's
why
like
not?
It's like one of those very few. It's claustrophobic. It's enclosed. It's moving.
I stand in a
And-
space and,
And
they go
it's
up.
Like,
it's
given-
transitional as well.
Yes, it's
transitional,
transitional,
in
like,
space.
because like the movement and stuff is constant. You could not tell the difference between like a shift. Like you could quite literally, like if you're in an elevator and like you are on another planet, you would not know until those doors opened. Like you couldn't feel that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, and maybe I was molested in the elevator. Who knows? You can't win them
Yeah,
all,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I have a dream about this
I mean,
elevator.
If anywhere,
It's
it
like,
it would be there. You
It's
know what
like
I mean?
Yeah,
warp,
right?
you know warp pipes in Mario, like when you're skipping
Sure.
worlds.
Yeah, yes.
It's like that.
Yes, I know.
That's interesting. I thought you were going to talk about real life, Tyson, where you go to a hotel and they skip the 13th floor because it's bad
No,
luck,
no.
so it goes
That's
12,
cringe.
14.
That's so fucking cringe. I'm
I
checking
mean,
out if I
it's-
see that.
It's an old school thing. Did you have something to add to what Tyson said, Adam? You're going to say
Well,
about weird
wasn't that-
dreams?
Wasn't
I've
there a
had some
movie or
just
something? 13?
weird fucking dreams. Like nothing as like eye-opening as elevators to another dimension. No, but
It's
I
fucking
just
sick.
I just feel
wish
as
that
if
was
like
the thing.
this is like like a time of like I don't know, just weird shit, and it's just being reflected in like our subconscious, and
Well,
Very
maybe
specific.
the Akashic field, maybe.
so
Records will be
the
mine.
static, the synaptic static. Ah,
No, I wanted to talk about.
I'm
since
getting
we're on this
mighty
topic,
sleepy.
I wanted to talk about the recent thing about Lambda AI in Google. I feel like
Oh
that might
yeah,
too-
that shit is so
I f-
freaky, dude. Holy fuck.
yeah, I think
I'm
maybe,
scared. Go ahead.
Oh, you know about it?
Oh, let me transition to that real quick and just say something fun that I noticed with that DALL-E mini thing when you said AI. You know, the thing that everyone's making
Yeah.
AI generated images.
Call it
if I
Dalek, it's
type
Pitbull.
DALL-E, okay, that's fine. If you type your dreams into it, it actually comes out with some cool shit. So one time I
Really?
had a
Oh,
dream
damn.
where I was on a roller coaster that all of a sudden went to hell, and I was in a giant dome like the size of a coliseum, and there was a giant flaming skull that was talking to us, and it was saying, "You're about to enter hell. You're dead." And I was on a roller coaster, so
It's
I
some
typed
fucking
that
Mario
into.
shit.
It was ridiculous. It was kind of scary at the time, but I typed that into DALL-E. I just typed underground cavern with giant flaming skull roller coaster, and it came up with a pretty accurate picture of it. So if you have some dreams that are on your mind, you know that you should type it in there. That thing is cool. It's really cool. But
How
what
about
were you
this?
saying? Go ahead. Yeah.
No, so I was just gonna say, I really want to do a thing where we talk about AI, but maybe we'll save that for a potential paranormal schizo special with a potential
in
guest
October.
in the future.
You're
So
right.
let's-
No.
let's save the Lambda
this
stuff.
This is not a big enough topic to like say.
Yes, it is. No, Lambda. I've got a lot to expand on this.
Oh,
All
jeez.
right.
No, let's save
All
it.
right.
Trust it.
So
Lad.
speaking of Lambda, have
Trust
you
me,
guys
bro.
tried? Have you guys tried
I
Nitro
just looked up
Pepsi?
Sergei Nazarov dead, and this is the picture that came up.
Oh, you're gonna post it?
Yeah,
Okay, that just looks like a Middle Eastern man.
I know.
No, it looks like Sergei's
This is like Sergey after
body
he
double.
exit scams.
That's Sergey dead on the inside. That's what that
That's
looks like.
Sergei after all the plastic surgery after he
that's
fucking
spiritual
exits
Sergei.
Yeah, the
Um,
real Sergei.
Tyson, I guess since we're talking about sleep habits and mouth taping and whatever personal hygiene we put in and out of our bodies, you brought up Nitro Pepsi a moment
I
ago.
do. I want to try that so bad. It looks
What
so
is
what,
good.
that?
what is it exactly? What is
It's like so normal Pepsi.
Wait, can I guess
and
what it
Coke-
is? Can I guess what it is?
No, hold on. So
Okay.
normal,
Let me-
normal
No, you can't.
Pepsi or
I
Coke
guess not.
is carbonated with like carbon dioxide,
Oh,
but
is it
with
carbonated
nitro
with
they
nitrous
use
oxide?
they
Let
use
me say
nitrogen.
it, you fucking
For fuck's sake! Holy shit!
face. go ahead, Tyson.
So
The floor
Pepsi,
is
Nitro
yours.
Pepsi, it's carbonated with nitrogen, and apparently you don't have to chill it at all. It's supposed to be drunk at room temperature, and apparently it's like the smoothest fucking soda ever.
I don't know. I like my soft
Oh.
drinks cold though, man. I had a room temperature Coca-Cola last night, and it kind of sucked dick.
But I think,
Yeah,
Tyson,
fuck
you're
you.
trying to say that it doesn't taste room temperature, even though you keep it at room
Wait,
temperature.
so-
'cause
Oh, what?
It's nitrous. It's nitrous infused. Is that what you're
So
saying?
is
Yeah,
it
so-
nitrogen or nitrous oxide? Those are two
Nitrogen,
different things.
nitrogen.
It's nitrogen.
Okay, so you're not getting high off of it.
Dude, I tried nitrous oxide.
Okay,
I
Mom.
huffed
Yeah.
it like a couple weeks back.
Yeah, it
pretty
kills
base,
fucking
actually.
brain cells. No, I did a couple of fucking nangs the other day.
Of
That's what we
course you
called them.
did.
Dude,
Okay,
what are
fuck
those-
you.
Are you talking about whippets? Are you talking about
Yeah,
whippets?
yeah,
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Dude, my
Yeah.
fucking friend, he bought like 100 pack, and he just did the whole thing in like one night.
That's how you fucking kill your brain, dude. Dude, I
There's
never
not much
felt
there
more
left for him to kill. So.
That was
I did a whole-
asphyxiation right there.
I did a few, and then I had to write some essays the following morning, and like I never felt more fucking stupid. And so,
Wow, that means a lot coming from
no,
you.
I know
actually.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's quite a fucking, and I was like, wow, like I probably shouldn't be doing this because like I feel like an actual spastic, and so
You know what makes me really angry? Because I Googled Nitro Pepsi and now I'm seeing ads on the screen for it on the website. And you know what really bothers me is when people do ads for Coke and they amplify all the drinking noises. It's like all the, yeah, no, like, so imagine all the all the cubes hitting, ice cubes hitting each other, and then the drink snapping and pouring in there. I hate that sound. I hate that whole thing.
No, the
I
ice
don't know
cube
why
sound is cool,
ads are
man.
like that. They
Called
no, all of
ASMR,
that's
Moya. It's
disgusting.
called ASMR.
Yeah, all of that really bothers
Ice
me.
cubes
But
clanking the glass. That's
yeah,
very
see,
satisfying.
I hate that. It's just so. It just makes me feel like shrill on the inside. I don't
You know-
understand.
Now,
you
I
know
want
what
to
I
run
don't-
to my freezer and clink some ice. Now get some ice and clink them next to my microphone and make Moya kill himself.
You couldn't
It's
do it delicately
no
enough
different.
for a commercial, so. But
It's
go
no
ahead.
different to how.
You know what fucking like
The
makes me
noises
like
you already make.
want to die inside? It's the
Yeah.
sound of like metal scratching on like a metal surface. That fucks me up so
Okay,
bad.
so about soft drinks. So I don't really drink them so much nowadays, but when I did, when I was a kid and stuff.
Look at Ari, paragon of health. No Valium,
No,
and
it's
alcohol.
not. Oh my god! You can't say
soda.
anything that's like good for someone on this podcast.
He is a
without
little
someone being
neurotic
like,
cunt about his health.
yes,
but go
I
ahead.
am, but like, fuck you.
I could be like, I want McDonald's, and I'll be like, why don't you just have fruit?
I'm not gonna.
Fuck
I'm
you.
not. I'm not gonna come after you for having McDonald's.
I know a time
get
when
it.
I know a time you got fast food after you did something. So
Oh, I know.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, we
yeah,
all
listen,
know. Oh, we all know.
listen. I'm not gonna go after you for
Power level
McDonald's or anything
revealed.
like that.
Power level revealed.
sorry, that was one of the times I respected the most, ironically enoch. But
That's your most
sorry,
based
That's not
moment.
saying much, is it?
we're hitting you up pretty good, So you go ahead. You go ahead.
Yeah,
No,
go.
oh God, it's good. My point is going to sound so mute now compared to what you just said. But when I did, I was just going to say like rip off, knock off, like soft drinks taste better than the real thing.
Wrong.
Mm,
Wrong.
No, it's not wrong,
kind of
dude.
Shut
agree.
the fuck up.
Dude, nah,
Shut
dude,
the
they
fuck up.
no, dude, they have some like exotic like magic chemicals in there from like Colombia or something, and like
Wait, what's that Harry Potter meme where it's like, but wait, it's what is that when they say?
All the different flavors of the beans or whatever.
No, what's that Harry Potter meme where it's like stopping things all of a sudden? You know,
I don't know.
what is
Time
that?
stop.
No, it's like it was a
Something.
meme that was popular for a while. It might come back. You guys
Pause.
don't know
Oh.
what?
you might be wondering how I got here.
No, that's not Harry
Freeze
Potter.
frame.
No, it's like not so fast Potter or
Oh, yeah,
something.
Yeah. The Malfoy one.
Yeah, what was that? I forget.
Oh,
I
is
forget.
it Draco going like scared Potter?
Yeah.
Scared
think it was-
Potter.
Yeah, Potter.
It wasn't that one, and it wasn't. How dare you stand where he stood?
yeah.
I'm gonna find it, but I was just gonna say, just to weigh in on that, Pepsi's better than Coke.
Yeah,
Pepsi
Yeah.
tastes
Yeah.
better
Wrong,
than
song,
Coke.
Dr. Pepper.
Wrong. Shut
Dr.
the fuck
Pepper
up.
mugs.
No, stop.
Dr. Pepper
We're not
tastes
talking
like fucking
about
medicine,
that.
dude.
Pepsi is better than Coke.
Yes,
That's wrong.
Dr. Pepper does, and
But
Dr.
Dr.
Pepper's a
Pepper more.
tertiary drink.
Well,
We're just talking about
yeah.
Coke and
Can
Pepsi.
we,
Coke
can we
and
agree
Pepsi.
that Sprite Mog 7 Up? Sprite does Mog 7
See,
Up.
these are irrelevant drinks. No one goes and gets those drinks anywhere. So.
I
Yeah.
like them, but you know what? I think lemonade mugs both of those.
Like
Sprite is
Schweppes
lemonade.
lemonade? No, it's
Yeah,
lemon
Schweppes
lime.
lemonade.
No, Sprite's lemon lime. Schweppes is lemonade. Oh, Schweppes lemonade's good. That's a good call.
Yeah.
Or like pink lemonade. Oh, that shit was good.
What you want is like Schweppes with lime in it.
Pink Boy's official lemonade. Let's go.
Pink lemonade.
Pink,
Pink lemonade. Yeah, I guess that'll do it.
That'll
No,
work.
Pepsi.
We should make
Pepsi is just heartier. It's just heartier, you know.
Uh,
Coke is Pepsi like hits you a little bit deeper than Coke does.
I'll tell you
know?
what. If
I've
you're having like
always
some
liked
fried
Pepsi.
chicken, nothing hits better than some fucking Pepsi.
That's
If
cool.
you have
That's
Coke,
true.
it doesn't hit.
That's
as
true.
well- as well.
No, that's right.
Take
Because KFC
the,
in Australia only sells Pepsi, doesn't sell Coke. They have that side of the brand. You know, like 7 Up, Mountain
just take
Dew.
the fermented drink pill.
No.
Kombucha,
Oh, beer.
kefir.
I don't get the
whatever you call
kombucha. I tried that out at your behest.
I don't like that stuff.
What do you-
it's good. I just don't get what it's doing for me. It has more calories than water, so what's it really doing for me? You know.
it. It's it makes
You know, Ari,
everything
I
you eat
have a bone to
better.
pick with you for kombucha. So I bought
Go on.
kombucha for the first
Pick
time.
away.
What'd you get?
But
Plain.
no, it's like a passion
Yeah.
fruit flavor, I think. But I left it
Okay,
in the
okay.
freezer,
Isn't it tea?
and it fucking exploded in my freezer. So that's
Of
kinda
course
your
it did. It's
fault.
got fucking live. Oh my god.
You froze them to death, Tyson. You killed them.
Of course they
It's like
fucking
all these
explode.
glass shards in my freezer now.
That's such a fucking Tyson moment.
That's just a you moment. So I'll tell you now what happened. So basically, there's inside it, Tyson. There's like active bacteria, and they respire, and that kind of builds pressure inside the
And
bottle.
you're drinking
because,
it.
like,
Ew.
yeah, and now you've frozen that, right? So like shit's contracting and stuff and like solidifying as it's doing that. So it's just gonna fucking explode on itself. Like of course it's gonna do that. There's like pressure in that. That's a you moment. I don't know why you're
Did you
picking
hear it
somehow
explode,
your fault.
Tyson?
You ought to look yourself in the mirror and just just take a good long look at yourself and
Scared Ari.
repent,
Scared,
you know?
Ari.
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm so scared.
Dude, I love that. Draco's such a base
10
character.
points to Gryffindor.
I'm trying to find out. I really thought it would come to me, and we've said it before. I swear it's like not so fast or something. It's meant to like dictate
Stop.
that, and I
You've
swear
broken the law.
Hold it right there.
I could have
Is it
sworn
like,
it was from
is it
Harry
like Dumbledore
Potter.
going like, Potter, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire or some shit?
I know, but I know which one you're
What's his name?
What's his name? Oh my goodness! You guys have anything crypto related on the back end, or because I thought I'm really sorry everyone, but if you're listening to my side tangents about cryptos that I'm kind of in, I said I was in Call a Hunter's Dream, which is actually holding up really well. So if you guys are still in that, good for you. But if you listen to my other call to get Weave, which is
Where's Weave at
I
now?
guess it's under a cent. It's 0.07
Oh,
or
no.
something. It got dominated really. So if you guys listen to that call, which I got from a fucking British scam artist that isn't I in our Discord, and
There's two of them.
I found out, I went to go see what was left of it. I went to go check the wreckage, and I found out I never actually bought Weave on MEXC. So I was accidentally, for the first time, stabled up for good reason.
Oh,
so
nice.
hey, it's a 10K I didn't know I had. So I got to figure out what I'm
I just
going to do
remind
with it.
everyone that
But
Moya did say like just an episode or two ago that anyone and everyone who stables up is a fucking loser.
yeah, but when you accidentally do it like me, that is
Oh,
cool.
okay. I see.
Yeah.
I see how it is now. You're gonna be accidentally doing this a lot from now on.
So I'll ask you guys, now that I have some play money I didn't know I had, what are we eyeing up right now?
Focus
What are we
on
looking
cocaine.
at here? Yeah, you know what? I should just say fuck it, go on vacation and do cocaine. You're right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I was gonna say
But,
like a trip to the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
leaves.
Yeah,
Go find okay.
Well, hey,
Oh.
I'll be on the other side of the pond in October, so.
yeah. I'm thinking, how about some? I still think maybe a little tiny weeny bit of XHV, some Premier, and
Come on, Ari.
honestly-
Haven.
I
Can
think
you
it's
drop
over.
Haven already, please?
What?
Drop
Didn't
Haven.
it dump
It's
like
a dead
80% or
coin.
something?
Yeah, he dumped a lot, but like
Everything
I,
did.
I still think it's a cool project. So I personally would buy like, a tiny bit,
cool.
a tiny bit, just because
I
I think
actually-
it's genuinely
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, actually, Premia looks like it's been doing pretty well
Premia's
lately.
been
Premier's
doing
doing
alright.
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's past Schmegma weapon, unfortunately. So premiums are getting the last laugh there.
Premium pussy. that's
Premium
what they're getting.
experience.
Yeah, thank you for that. So, all right, yeah, I might actually look into throwing this into premium so I can be a premium cell and a Schmegma weapon holder at the same time. So,
Oh,
because
wow.
weave isn't going to happen.
Hybrid vigor.
Yes, exactly. So, all right, you guys got anything else
Yep,
hanging out?
I know. So if you guys want to skip forward to when Bitcoin's going up again, just do 50 milligrams of Valium and have an entire bottle of red wine, and you'll teleport to the future, and you'll be able to see Bitcoin go up again.
The bit that
against
you
Ari's
don't, the bit
Well, like
that
you'll
Adam's
teleport
not
to
telling you
fucking
about.
heaven.
No, the bit that Adam's not telling you about is that with benzos and stuff, especially if you potentiate it with alcohol and stuff, you literally have like your memory blank, so you could.
Yeah,
kill
I know.
someone.
I know.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Adam, you probably like. I'm actually knowing you. I'm certain you probably sucked a lot of dicks on that plane, and you didn't even
Yeah,
realize it.
yeah.
Okay,
pilot
buddy.
just, like-
Yeah, that's actually true. You literally got angel dusted or something.
Yeah.
So
You
It's like
rip
the
yourself.
pilot just walks off the plane. He's like really relaxed for some reason.
Oh,
So
yeah.
why am I in the cockpit right now?
Another 9/11 averted, baby. Let's go.
So I'm in the cockpit, but I'm not in a plane.
Yeah.
oh my goodness, there he goes, folks. There he goes.
Actually,
all
I
right,
do have
well,
one. I do have one last question for you guys, and I think it's like an
Okay.
issue with that I have. Are you guys like able to fucking recognize celebrities in public? Because I don't think I
Oh
can.
no,
Yes.
no,
I'm not
I
really
don't
looking
think
for them
so.
really. So
I've not
I mean, I
seen too
recognize
many, but,
myself. I'm a celebrity, so you know.
Shut up.
I think I'm beginning to realize like just how bad I am with like with recognizing faces.
do you have like face
Because-
blindness?
yeah. Facial
I
recognition.
think so. I've like walked past like my like really close buddies on the street before, and like, what the fuck? Why don't you say hi to me?
Yeah, that's bad.
That's painful.
If
Yeah.
I see my friend, you know, I'm gonna recognize them for sure.
You know what? I made this mistake about a month or two ago. I saw someone I used to know through a girl I used to date, and he was walking down the street and he said, "Yo," and I looked over and I looked at him and I thought it was someone playing a joke on me because I had no idea who it was, and I looked back away and started walking towards my car because I thought it was some random guy, and he was like, he yelled again. He's like, and I was like, hey man, he's like, he made it a little less awkward. It's me, blah, blah, blah. And he said his name. And I was like, oh, so I knew who it was. This guy got so much more, I usually don't like to talk about other guys' hair, but he got so much more bald and so much more fat. I did
Damn.
not recognize him at all. And the fact I didn't
Damn.
recognize him implies that you look so different than what you used to look like, you know? So
I think
because you're
that's like a
fat and
subtle
shit.
mind fuck. It's like he would go home and think about that and be like, "Oh, fucking kill me."
I think he might. So that's what makes it kind of
Well,
upsetting.
I know, man. It
so.
could be the opposite as well. I mean, maybe not in that case, but like,
I mean, I would like
changed-
someone not. Yeah, go ahead.
I changed a lot between like 16, 17-ish to like, well, I guess after that I had like another growth spurt, and I like changed a lot to the point where people wouldn't recognize me. But like, it wasn't in a bad way.
I
Like,
don't recognize
transitioned.
you, Ari. What have you become?
I don't know.
He,
I don't think it's
he
always a bad
transitioned into a nice young man. Okay.
Yeah.
And before we get I'm really mad I can't think of that Harry Potter meme. So I'm gonna remember that for next week.
I actually vividly remember this. The craziest part about having a late growth spurt where you're like conscious of it is that like you get to watch your Peepee grow in real time, and it's crazy.
Wait, what?
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Over the course of like a year back then, I remember like it just fucking like it's like whoa, it just keeps going, bro.
My penis
Really?
never grew.
Nice.
I mean, like I said, I was a late bloomer, so it's like
You went from 3 to 4.
Oh, I found it! It's well done. However, that Harry Potter.
yeah.
That's what I wanted to say to what I was talking about earlier. He said something, and I wanted to be like, "Well done." I guess I could say that about his penis.
However.
comments.
Yeah.
I feel
So
like my dick's been
disappointed.
getting bigger. Well done. However,
Oh, hold on. I was like 16. I was like 15, 16 at the time, right? So
I don't want to
did
hear
not-
about your penis growth, Ari.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to hear about this.
All right,
That's
all right,
such a
man.
big release for me. I'm so glad I got that. We almost
Release, you
I-
say? That's a big release for you. You say?
Yeah.
The
You know,
vision a bit much for you.
when you actually, since you want to talk about it so much, when you first jerked off when you were younger, did just like little spurts come out, or did a lot of?
Mine was
come out?
clear. Mine was
I-
clear.
Oh my god.
Oh, now it's gross.
Epic.
Yeah,
no.
this is how Big Dick Man reacts when you start hammering it down on him. That's what happens.
No. So this is gonna sound weird, but I didn't until I was like 14, and even then I didn't do much at all.
Hey, do you want to know my fucking? Dude, my original reason for jerking off was so a strategy to stay awake, so I could play Minecraft on my laptop after my parents went to sleep.
That is a huge Zoomer problem.
Wait, what? Hold on, say that again.
The original reason I started jerking off was a strategy to stay awake, so I could play Minecraft when my parents went to sleep. that's the
Why?
original
Because they
reason.
would hear you jerking off and be like,
No, because-
Adam's jerking off again. Let's go back to sleep.
Like, it would keep my like mind active, so I wouldn't go to sleep. I swear to God, that's why.
Oh my gosh,
Dude,
my favorite thing.
I just remember
go ahead.
how ballsy I used to be when I was a fucking young teenager. I used to like wait till everyone would go to sleep at like 9 or 10 p.m. Then I would jerk off like on the family computer.
I think this conversation
Like,
should be
whoa.
saved for when the podcast ends.
yeah.
Well, I'll just say real quick because Tyson reminded me of it. I had a friend who had the absolute gall. We were watching top 100 most horror movies on VH1 or best horror movies, and a lot of the scenes were very sexual that they were showing. This my friend put a blanket over himself and unzipped his jeans and jerked off like while we were.
That's
That's
based.
so
That's
based.
so fucking
That's
based.
so based.
And I would say something. I would just say, "Oh, did you see that movie?" And he went, while he was jerking off. While he's jerking off, right there, right
So
under the
based.
blanket. That's based. That's
so
based.
based.
That's incredible.
You heard me.
That's it.
You heard me, boy. You heard me.
He made you submit in that situation.
And you know what? Wow, now that you think about it that way, I think he did. Because here I am talking about it years later. He probably doesn't even remember. He's like, hey, I jerked off in my friend's fucking face.
Dude, I'm going to go on a
so.
limb and say that that's a fucking white person specific thing, because I've got a couple white friends that have done exactly the same thing.
Yes, he is white. He is white. All right, I gotta pull the lasso and just wrap these fucking 4 squares up on my screen. So let's take one more lap and call it a day. So Adam, you got anything in closing?
I don't want. I want to continue this conversation off the air. I don't need Ari's details about his dick growing though. No, I don't need.
Yeah,
that.
I don't get that. I think that's just called getting a boner, but I
Yeah.
don't know. Whatever.
No.
But
It's like, wow, it's growing in real time.
No, dude, I don't think no, listen, okay, maybe I should have. Listen, I was getting taller and stuff. Like I said, I was a late bloomer, dude.
Okay, we get it. We
Getting
get it.
taller
He's
and
like still defending to the
coping.
bitter end.
I will defend. Listen, I'm just a normal.
You know what?
kid, alright?
I'll give you the last word. So Tyson, go ahead.
Watch 20.1k. That's the key level. If it reclaims it, probably the local bottom for like the next day or so. If it rejects from there, we can probably target 17 to 15k, and also buy Nitro Pepsi.
All right.
I want to try that now.
My closing is I'm gonna buy cocaine and snort it next week. I also am thinking of
Nice.
getting a tattoo, so I'll let you guys know how that goes
Nice,
as well.
nice.
Based.
But the floor is yours.
Forfeit the game before somebody else takes you out of the frame. Put your name to shame.